What if I told you the most strategic, logical minds on the planet are secretly battling an enemy they can't outsmart? That enemy is their own feelings. Welcome to the ultimate showdown. INTJ versus their own emotions. If you're an INTJ, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're the architect, the mastermind, always 10 steps ahead. But when it comes to feelings, well, that's a whole different ballgame. And if you know an INTJ, you've probably seen the cracks in their stoic armor and wondered what's really going on inside. In this video, we're diving deep into the internal world of the INTJ. We'll uncover why they struggle so much with emotions, what that struggle looks like, and most importantly, who actually comes out on top in this constant battle. Stick around, because the answer might surprise you. So, let's set the stage. The INTJ personality type is known for a few key things. They're strategic, logical, and have an almost supernatural ability to see the big picture. Their minds are like supercomputers, constantly analyzing data, identifying patterns, and formulating plans for maximum efficiency. Their dominant cognitive function is introverted intuition, or This is what gives them their incredible foresight and ability to connect seemingly unrelated dots. It's like having a crystal ball for systems and strategies. Following that is their trusty sidekick, extroverted thinking. This is the part of them that loves order, structure, and getting things done. Tay takes the grand visions from Ni and turns them into actionable, step-by-step plans. It's all about logic, facts, and results. Sounds like a winning combination, right? For most things in life, it absolutely is. In their careers, in their projects, in any kind of strategic game, INTJs are a force to be reckoned with. But notice what's missing from that power duo: feelings. This is where the problem starts. The INTJ's third function is introverted feeling, or FE, and it's often called the child function for a reason. Imagine a brilliant CEO trying to run a multi-billion-dollar company. But every now and then, a toddler wanders into the boardroom and starts drawing on the financial reports with a crayon. That toddler is the INTJ's FE. It's their internal compass of values, morals, and emotions. But because it's not as developed as their Ni and Tay, it can feel unpredictable, messy, and frankly, a bit annoying to the hyperlogical INTJ. They see emotions not as valuable data, but as a system glitch, a bug in the software that messes up their perfectly crafted plans. They might think, why am I feeling angry? It's illogical. This situation doesn't warrant anger. Or sadness is unproductive. I have things to do. They try to analyze their feelings like a math problem, hoping to find a logical solution to make them go away. But emotions don't work like that. They aren't logical. And this fundamental misunderstanding is the core of the INTJ's internal conflict. It's like trying to use a hammer to fix a software bug. It's the wrong tool for the job, and you're probably just going to make things worse. Let's explore what this battle actually looks like. For the INTJ, the first line of defense against an unwanted emotion is usually suppression. They'll take that feeling, shove it into a mental box, lock it, and throw away the key. Out of sight, out of mind. Or so they think. They'll distract themselves with work, a complex project, or diving deep into a new theory. Anything to avoid the messy, uncomfortable world of feelings. For a while, this can actually work. The INTJ gets back to their comfort zone of logic and productivity, and everything seems fine. But here's the thing about emotions. They don't just disappear because you ignore them. That locked box starts to rattle. The suppressed feelings start to leak out in weird ways. The INTJ might find themselves being unusually irritable, critical, or cynical. They might snap at a loved one for no apparent reason or feel a constant, low-level hum of anxiety they can't explain. This is the emotion, beaten down and ignored, coming out sideways. And then there's the grip experience. This is the climax of the battle, when the suppressed emotions finally break free and take over completely. This happens when the INTJ is under extreme stress. Their dominant functions, Ni and Tay, are exhausted from running on overdrive, and in that moment of weakness, their weakest function, extravagant sensing, or, say, bursts onto the scene, bringing all those suppressed emotions with it. This is the INTJ's kryptonite, and say-grip is the complete opposite of the INTJ's normal self. The calm, control strategist is suddenly impulsive and reckless. They might engage in sensory-seeking behaviors they'd normally consider pointless. This could be anything from binge-watching an entire TV series in one sitting, to overeating junk food, to making large, impulsive purchases. It's a desperate attempt to ground themselves in the physical world and escape the overwhelming emotional storm inside. During a grip experience, the INTJ feels completely out of control. Their own mind, their greatest asset, has turned against them. It's a terrifying and confusing experience, and it often leaves them feeling ashamed and even more determined to keep their emotions on a tighter leash in the future, which, ironically, just perpetuates the cycle. So, after all this struggle, who actually wins? The INTJ's logic or their emotions? The truth is, it's not about winning or losing. Framing it as a battle is the INTJ's first mistake. The real victory comes when the INTJ realizes that emotions aren't the enemy. They're just another form of data. Messy, complicated data, for sure, but data nonetheless. A healthy, mature INTJ learns to stop fighting their fee and start listening to it. They learn to see their feelings not as a glitch, but as an integral part of their operating system. When an INTJ starts to integrate their feeling function, something amazing happens. Their grand visions are no longer just about efficiency. They're infused with purpose and meaning. Their logic isn't cold and detached. It's guided by a strong internal value system. They can connect with people on a deeper level, not just through intellectual sparring, but through genuine empathy. This doesn't mean they become overly emotional. An INTJ will likely never be the person who wears their heart on their sleeve, but they learn to acknowledge their feelings, understand what they're trying to tell them, and then use their powerful Te to decide on a logical, healthy course of action. They learn to be the CEO who not only runs the company, but also listens to the quiet, wise voice of their inner child. They achieve a balance, a powerful synthesis of logic and emotion. That's the real win. Not a victory over their emotions, but an alliance with them. It's the final step in their journey to becoming a truly unstoppable and well-rounded individual. The architect doesn't just build a functional structure, they build a masterpiece with a soul. So, in the end, the winner is the integrated INTJ. The one who understands that true strength isn't about suppressing a part of yourself, but about understanding and mastering all of it. If you're ready to understand another complex personality type, check out this video on the INFJ paradox next.